All right, so let's talk about RPE. RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion. It's essentially how hard you perceive a set in a workout to be. And I'm going to use this system to be able to tell you how it should feel throughout our workouts, our days, our weeks, and our months. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard a set should be is essentially what I'm asking you to visualize or feel or determine. So I'm going to place a chart right here. That chart is what I'm going to be speaking from. So there are columns. RPE is on the far right. That's kind of like our scale. It goes by half points. More than likely, I'm just going to write, in 1 points as far as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in circumstances that we want to be really specific, then I will use that 0.5 system. So from the left is basically your generic description of what a 10 feels like. A 10 feels like you're performing a set at max effort. It is all you got for that set. For 9.5, it's very hard. For 9, it's hard. 8.5, sort of hard, and so on and so forth. If we're talking about speed, like how fast we're moving or that we're able to move in our set, RPE is going to represent, a 10 is super slow, maybe stopping along the way, or it's ugly, it's kind of grindy. 9.5 is still super slow, has a sticking point, and is still ugly because it's essentially really hard, or it's really heavy, or you're really fatigued at the end of the set. And then a 9 is super slow, has an ugly sticking point. 8.5 is going to be slowing down on the last 2 reps, maybe sticky on the last rep. And 8 is slowing down the last 2. Is a common spot to work at. A 7.5 is slow down on the last 2 reps. A 7 is slow down on the last rep, and so on and so forth. If we're talking about reps left in the tank, which I deem the easiest way to look at it, is that, hey, a 10, since it's max effort, you're going to have none left in the tank. You're not going to be able to perform another rep at the end of your set. 9.5, you're maybe thinking 1 rep. A 9 is, I definitely got 1 rep left in the tank. 8.5, definitely 1 rep, maybe 2. 8 is definitely 2, and so on and so forth. So RP is a great way for us to communicate, to let you know how I think your sets should feel like from day to day in our accessories or our main lifts, if we're not basing our main lifts off of percentages. So using RPE is going to be one of our staples to dictate what weights should we choose for the reps I'm giving you. All right, so that is RPE, rate of perceived exertion. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.